Hi. In today's session, I want to talk about the gland, the pancreas. Vital, obviously. One of the roles of your pancreas is that it manufactures your enzymes, and that helps you break down your food more effectively. Another role of the pancreas is to secrete insulin. Now, there's two things that happen there. If you're not making enough insulin or you're overloading your body with sugar, look, everything you eat does one of two things in your body. Either builds it up or breaks it down. And in the buildup, it's either building material or fuel. That's all part of the building process, and protein is involved in that. But there's a universal teaching you should keep in mind. Excess leads to rejection. I can go for everything. And one of the signs of rejection with protein is the fact that cancer is on the rise. One of the causes of cancer are malformed proteins, because in addition to the proteins that you eat, your body makes proteins. Remember, your body runs on enzymes and proteins. So you're bringing in protein, you're making protein, and then there's all that excess. Well, if some of the protein is malformed, those are the proteins that are the foundation for creating cancer in the body. Okay? So the other thing with insulin is you could have what they call insulin resistant diabetes. And the problem there is because you may not have enough zinc or chromium, and zinc is a component of insulin. So if there's not enough zinc, then guess what? You're not having a full and complete hormone to do the job it needs to do. So make sure that your multiple, or at least do a multi-mineral, and I recommend you take your multi-minerals at night, has an adequate amount of zinc in there to help you. Now, from a symbolic point of view, what the pancreas does is symbolically represents your ability to break down thoughts. Because what are foods? Foods are physical manifestations of thoughts. And one of the reasons you can't lose weight, let me rephrase that, you can lose weight. One of the reasons it's hard for people to lose weight is because of the emotional attachment to the foods. So if you don't understand your emotional attachments to the food, it's hard to give them up. And also it's hard to break down the thoughts behind them, what they represent to you. Because true enlightenment is understanding yourself, understanding the things that make you the emotional being that you are. And all of it's based on concepts, and then your concepts create your patterns of behavior. Well, in looking at the pancreas, you're breaking down thoughts, at least you should be, breaking down thoughts and questioning everything. Why this? Why that? Why is that my favorite food? Well, it may be because of tradition. It may be because of culture. It may be that that's what mom loved. That's what dad loved. That, you know, you want their acceptance. You're eating the same thing. And look at how zinc is involved in insulin, as well as chromium also for that, as well as pantothenic acid, which helps make betaine hydrochloride, a great digestive enzyme. Pantothenic acid represents inspiration. Zinc represents expression. That's why it's also part of the skin, it's part of fertility, it's part of the immune system, because if you can express yourself, you can defend yourself. And chromium is emotional control. So this is one of the reasons why it's essential you really do bring in more than just your diet, and certainly not the American diet. You really want to eat a good, healthy, organic diet as much as humanly possible. And by the way, all of your favorite comfort foods, you can find an organic alternative. So there you go. I would really question why it's a comfort food and go there, because that will help you understand more of you. At any rate, I wish you a fabulous day. I hope you break down all the thoughts that come your way and really understand what's being presented to you and what people are saying to you and what the thought is behind it, so that it doesn't have a negative impact or effect on your health or your attitude as you go through the day. Anyway, wishing you the best of everything. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for taking the time out of your life to listen to me rant about the things that are really important, not only in your life, but in everyone's life. Become the living light that you already are. Shine more brightly by being healthier and clearer and with more emotional control. And that way you become an inspiration for others. Anyway, I wish you the best of everything. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for taking the time. Take care and God bless.